Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Becky. Today we are going to be doing a page for LOAD519, that is layout a day. This was day 14. We're also going to be using a sketch. It's one I found on Pinterest and it is by Susan Stringfellow. You can see it right there in the top right hand corner. I just screenshotted it. Now we do follow the sketch pretty close. I am going to be using the Darling Girl collection from Authentique on this one, and you can see I'm using some double-sided tape, a different trimmer, just everything. All my tools are different. If I am recalling correctly, this was a Wednesday, and it was the day before I was going to leave to go to Heather's Crafty Retreat, so I had already had all my tools packed up, so I was just using what I had left. I do have extra trimmers. I do have double-sided tape, so my ATG gun was already packed up as well. Now I am going to use 6 different pieces of paper. I do believe it could even be 7. Now I might be using the opposite sides as well. Here I'm just making the banner and just starting out building that top part of the layout. You can see I did cut out this 3x4 card and it says Mini Girl Boss on it. That is going to be serving as my title. I take that same piece of paper that I hadn't cut into yet, and I'm going to cut it out again, and I'm just going to cut out the Mini Girl Boss part so I can pop it up so it can kind of stand out, so that is going to be the title. This is basically how it's going to be right up there at the top. I'm going to go ahead and start building the cluster down on the bottom. Now you can see where there's some circular elements on this sketch. I will end up pulling out my Big Shot and pull out I think it's a Tim Holtz die, one of those big thick ones. I'm going to pull one of those out and cut out a couple of doilies. Yeah, you just saw that foam sheet. Again, my foam tape was already packed up, so I do have some foam. It's not my favorite, but I use it from time to time, and that's what I end up using on this layout as well. So here's where I went ahead and cut out the doilies. I did cut out 2 different ones. I cut out one in a darker pink that has a heart pattern on it, and I cut one out in kind of a lighter cream color, and it has like patterns on it. The light one's going to go up at the top, and the dark one is going to go at the bottom. Now there's this little strip down at the bottom. You see it right there? That came off of that 3x4 card of this mini boss that I'm putting that fun foam behind right now. That's what I was talking about earlier. I'm popping it up on foam, and I'm going to just sit it directly over the first title that says Mini Girl Boss, just so it's popped up. Now I could have cut that out with like an X-Acto knife and not have used both cards, but that's just too much work for me. This, I think, might be the first time I've actually used this collection. I am also going to take a little bit of fun foam and pop up just some parts of the doily. Now you see the back of that paper right there? It's kind of like this rooster collection. It's a very thick paper. I found the paper pack over at Tuesday Morning. Now I didn't like the farmy side of it and all these roosters, and I didn't like that, but the reverse side of that paper pack, it was this very nice cream color. It feels soft when you touch it. That paper was super thick. It was like heavier than some of the cardstock I own, so I went ahead and picked that up, knowing that I'm just going to flip it over to the other side and use it as a nice cream base. I also do pull out some Martha Stewart punches. I pull out a bigger butterfly, and then I pull out a smaller butterfly. Now down here at the bottom, I am going to put one of the big ones, and I'm also going to put one of the small ones on there. I do put it on top of that banner that I used that 3x4 card, just so I could kind of like tie in that. It's like just letters and numbers is what's around that 3x4 card. That's all it is, kind of like schooly type. Now you did see where I put this tab down over on the left hand side of that Girl Boss. It is dark. It's going to go away. Right here is where I decide I'm going to take that away. I'm going to move this arrow that says love it and just put it under the title and point it toward the photo. I was still trying to get that label to work, but I'm looking at it, I'm like, that is just way too dark for this. So I go ahead and take it off and put it over to the side. I am going to go ahead and pull out this little baggie of gold sequins. Inside that baggie, I found the cutest little gold heart paper clips. I don't know where they come from. I have no idea where I got them, but I do go and put one of them down in that bottom embellishment cluster and one up there in the top right next to yes. And then I just scatter the sequins all around the page. I think on this layout, well, I love the whole layout. I think it's really cute. But I think my favorite thing is probably those little heart paper clips. They are adorable. I do take out the Heidi Swap Color Shine in Gold and give that a little bit of a splatter around the page. Not too much, but just enough to add a little bit something extra. After I do that, I am not going to do anything else to this layout. Guys, I want to thank you so much for joining me. If you are new here, welcome. If you are not new here, thank you for coming back. And I will see you next time. Bye, guys.